You know, it is no longer just movie magic. Droids have arrived, and they are setting up shop at MSP International Airport.
Yeah, the airport unleashing a food delivery droid called gita. Customers order from the food from an app. Within a few minutes, the droid rolls up with their food. Joining us live to chat about the technology, founder of AtYourGate, Chris Hartman. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Chris.
Morning, everyone. Glad to be here.
Gita, why is it named Gita?
Well, gita is the name that the manufacturer of the robot picked. So AtYourGate's been delivering food in airports around the country via the AtYourGate app for the better part of 3 years. And late last year, we were approached by the manufacturer of the gita robot, asking if we wanted to pilot a program using the robot in our airports. And we thought that was a great idea. So we called our friends at Minneapolis, St. Paul to see if they wanted to feature gita as part of the MSP ASAP program that we're partnered in. They said yes, and here we are.
Okay, so now you've explained how it got there, but why don't you explain for people who may want to try gita out, how does it work for customers, for passengers there?
Sure. Well, guests at the airport can visit asap.mspairport.com, which is part of the MSP ASAP program, which, for the record, I've never said 10 times really quickly.
Fair enough.
They can browse all of the great restaurants and shops, place an order for those items, and have those items delivered to them by the AtYourGate team. Now, this is where it gets fun. Gita is a follow robot. So what that means is it pairs with a single person and it follows that person at a close distance. It can go up to 6 miles an hour and carry nearly 40 pounds worth of cargo.
Oh.
So our team members will place the food inside of a thermal container to maintain food quality. And then Gita will carry that container, follow our team member to the delivery location, at which point our team member will open the lid and the customer is free to retrieve their item while our team member remains at a safe distance.
Huh, okay. So, you know, pandemic aside, because hopefully we'll get through that, it's a person following droid, essentially.
Yes.
So some may ask, okay, well, if it's a person following, you have to have a person doing it anyway. Why have the droid?
Well, it really becomes an extra set of hands for us right now. You know, we always believed that using robotics would someday make our company better, faster, stronger. And post-COVID, we considered, could it also make us safer? So that's why we started to experiment with ways to use gita to help us make more contactless deliveries. But this is really just the beginning, we hope, of robotics inside the airport. And perhaps one day there could be more autonomous features that allow the robot to make deliveries on their own. But we're not there yet. So what we have is a robot that is really fun to see zipping around the airport. It's a great opportunity to promote the program. And really, it's a lot of fun to see passengers react to the robot. They love to take selfies, and we think it's a really fun way to promote the program and welcome the traveling public back to air travel once they're comfortable to do so.
So you mentioned that gita likes to zip around the airport. People are really curious about it, but we know at airports people sometimes they're packed or they're running and they're not paying attention. Do you have any problem with the droid, running into things?
No, there are safety features built into the robot to help it avoid obstacles, and those obstacles oftentimes, as you point out in the airport, are other people. So we consider that. And also, too, right now the gita robot is fully supervised by our team, so that helps prevent that as well.
All right, you kind of alluded to this, but this is obviously one step in many steps going forward of introducing robotics at MSP Airport and maybe many other airports nationwide. Where do you see this going in the future?
Well, I think there's a number of ways that airports could use robotics, and I'm not here to speak to the industry as a whole, but in our particular segment involving food delivery, there's certainly, you could envision a scenario where a fully autonomous robot could complete a delivery all the way from the restaurant to where a customer, say, was waiting for the departing flight at a gate. And I think the industry is pretty close to being able to do that as far as the technology and the robots, and there's a great deal of interest among the airport industry as a whole in these sort of things, not just for food delivery, but for other areas that robots may be used. We've seen news reports around the country of robots used for sanitizing features and things like that post-COVID. So again, I think we're really just the beginning of the curve here on that technology, and it's really gonna be fun to see where it goes.
Okay, all right. Well, Chris Hartman, it's a pleasure talking to you, and we like learning about the new system for getting food delivered quickly to people at the airport, gita. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.